Assalamu alaikum students. In our previous lecture we complete the topic of photosynthesis and our today's topic is respiration. You all know very well that respiration is oxidation reduction process in which energy stored in food in CH bond is transformed into ATP by oxidation reduction reactions, and in this process, when breakdown of food takes place, carbon dioxide and water molecules are produced, and all the energy stored in food convert into ATP molecules, and these are used by the living organisms to perform their activities. Now, respiration is of two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. What happens in respiration? In fact, we should say in aerobic respiration, what happens? All the energy stored change into ATP molecules, because aerobic respiration is the respiration in which all the CH bonds in the food molecule are broken down completely, because oxygen is freely available and all the CH bonds can be broken down, and food is changed into carbon dioxide and water, and all the energy stored in food changed into ATP. But anaerobic respiration is the one in which sufficient amount of oxygen is not available. Oxygen is not available in amount that can break the CH bonds completely. So, all the energy stored will not be released in the food molecules, and the ATPs which are produced in this respiration, in anaerobic respiration, will be less in number, and the end product in aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and water, but in anaerobic respiration the end product are ethyl alcohol or lactic acid, and these end products depend on the microbes which are responsible for anaerobic respiration. The process of anaerobic respiration is also called fermentation. One interesting thing is that the process of respiration takes place in two steps. In the first step, in the first phase, glucose change into pyruvic acid. One glucose molecule change into two molecules of pyruvic acid, and these two pyruvic acids changed into carbon dioxide and water in aerobic respiration, and ethyl alcohol or lactic acid are the end products of anaerobic respiration. So, the first phase is same both in aerobic and in anaerobic, but the second phase different in anaerobic respiration, and the types of anaerobic respiration depends on the type of end product which is formed. End products of ethyl, if end product of anaerobic respiration is ethyl alcohol, then it occurs in bacteria and yeast, and end product is ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. And when it takes place in the skeletal muscles of humans and other animals, then it is called lactic acid fermentation, and Its formula is C3H6O3 and the formula of ethyl alcohol is C2H5OH. So these are the two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic, and these are the two types of anaerobic respiration, alcoholic and lactic acid fermentation. Now, what is the importance of fermentation? The process of this fermentation is important for the humans. How it is beneficial for us? When this life began in this planet, the oxygen was not available in sufficient amount to microbes. Now, oxygen is available in sufficient amount, but still some microbes they respire anaerobically. So these are called anaerobes. And we use the ability of these microbes for the benefit of mankind. Humans also provide energy anaerobically. How? When we are doing some hard exercise, then what happens? Oxygen supply cannot be increased immediately to fulfill the requirement. So, the respiration will be anaerobic. So, it is beneficial, and this fermenting ability is used for the benefit in some other ways, such as the fermenting ability of bacteria can produce cheese and yogurt. Similarly, fermentation in yeast can be used in baking and in brewing industry, and soya sauce can also be produced by fermentation in a fungus called aspergillus. So these are the benefits of fermentation for mankind. Now we can see what is the mechanism of respiration. What is the mechanism of aerobic respiration? How it takes place? Actually, aerobic respiration takes place in three main stages. We can divide it for our convenience into three main stages: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. What happens in glycolysis? This is the first stage. The glucose molecule can be broken down into two molecules of pyruvic acid, and in this stage ATP and NADH are produced. Now these pyruvic acid will enter into the second stage, that is called Krebs cycle. What will happen? Pyruvic acid will combine. These pyruvic acid molecules are 3 carbon molecules, and they combine with coenzyme A and converted into acetyl coenzyme A, that is a 2 carbon compound, before entering into the Krebs cycle. Now that will be completely oxidized into carbon dioxide, and some ATP, NADPH and FADH2 will be produced. So glucose molecule is oxidized completely into what? Carbon dioxide, and some energy producing molecules such as ATP, NADPH and FADH2 are produced. These NADPH and FADH2 now will enter into third phase. third stage, that is called electron transport chain. Actually, what will happen in electron transport chain? NADH2 and FADH2 release electron and hydrogen ions when they transfer on electron carriers, and when they pass from one electron carrier to other in the electron transport chain, the energy will be released, and that energy will be used to form ATPs. And these electrons and hydrogen ions will combine with oxygen and water will form. In this way, glucose will break down into carbon dioxide and water, and energy releasing molecules ATP, NADPH and FADH2 will be produced. That is all about the respiration process. Respiration, its types, mechanism, and what is the importance of fermentation. Try to understand it. If you got any confusion, let me know. I will try my best to clear it. Thank you very much.